No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars and Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
2nd down, they'll go to the air, using the quick game. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. He's got his man. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Got his man quickly. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team?
You got to love that.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars and Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The inside handoff. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The give to the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It's now 3rd down.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Villa. Fires left. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quickly complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
They'll run it from the gun. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the end zone. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hold, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Fellas, how many fall Saturdays have been highlighted by the great Ohio State-Penn State rivalry? Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top two battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Villa. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. Back to pass, it's Villa. Finds his target. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Working the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got his man on the right. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to 31.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Leaves it with the back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. It's complete to the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if there ever was one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll leave it with him. It's a fumble. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the 1st down.
What a lucky break for the runner. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake in fumbling in the first place.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Look out, he's got room. And BYU will get the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. A nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Villa. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. He wants to change this route. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
On target. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Quickly complete. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Working that left side now. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Oregon 21, BYU 7.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
To the air, it's Villa. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, BYU. And the comeback is on.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
To the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
BYU 14.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Villa. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Cougars will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice job. Convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Ducks are on the move. give as they work on that clock. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Get set, get set.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. BYU lines up quickly.
They've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
At the 35, he's open. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Well, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. It's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Getting the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
Quickly out to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking for a man. It's Villa. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. From the gun. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Black 24. Easy.
Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Cougars. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The gun, the running back looking for room, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Looking downfield, it's Villa. Here's a heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. It's complete. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass, it's Villa. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
This time he's got his man. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, BYU!
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They took it 68 yards on that drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to hit the extra point and make it a touchdown game. And there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap for the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Villa. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Making side adjustments here. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below